A new dimension of war is playing out on hundreds of millions of smart devices, far removed from the hardship of real battle. Online animation with biases on both sides of the Iranian conflict, spreading like wildfire. The so-called AI slopaganda is the newest tool in the information war. CNA's Poh Kok Ing tells us more.
This is what war looks like today, right here in your hand. Not just on the battlefield, but on your screen.
You crossed the ocean just to find your grave. Sacrificed your own boys for a lie.
A new front that is AI-generated and animated. It makes light of the conflict, but can be a powerful tool of communication. In April, an AI-generated music video produced by an Iranian-linked group went viral. YouTube later suspended the account, a move that Iran's foreign ministry described as an attempt to suppress its narrative. But as experts point out, once content is posted, it is difficult to erase.
So it's hard to get the genie back in the bottle once something is published. And as we see with platforms like X and YouTube, banning a particular site or producer just means they pop up with another hat on or another name from somewhere else.
False and misleading content isn't new. What's changing is attention around Iran, driven in part by the contrast between serious messaging and the use of playful visuals.
It's included that world language of Lego, but it's also had humour. It breaks a lot of the stereotypes that a lot of people seem to have about Iran, that it's a uniform, repressive, theocratic autocracy. It turns out it's an extremely highly educated, savvy population, and their government is willing to use that in this battle of ideas.
Analysts call it slopaganda, AI-generated content built to spread a message, not always to convince you, but to make you feel something. Anger, fear, anything to keep you watching.
Good job, Daddy, son.
Welcome home, son.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
What will you do without...
Pop culture references are at the heart of this booming information battle. Different styles, but the same objectives.
But the plan backfire right before your eyes.
Appetite for on-the-spot animated commentary is insatiable, but there is a cost. And that is an erosion of trust. Even tools like community notes, a kind of crowdsourced verification service, are becoming less effective, despite growing reliance on them. Militarily, Iran remains outmatched by the United States and Israel. But it's a different story online, where so-called slop content has narrowed the advantage. Some of it even backed by Iranian institutions, part of a wider strategy to compete in the information domain.
We used to think that America kind of owned the internet with all its big tech companies. Here's another example of a smaller country, Iran, being asymmetrically more powerful in a field where we would have assumed America would be dominant.
When content itself becomes a weapon, truth isn't the only thing that matters anymore. It's about who gets to you first and how fast it spreads.